I suppose I have sex on average about 4 to 5 times a day.
4 or 5?
Well, sometimes more, sometimes 5 or 6.
A day?
Yeah, I've always had a very high sex drive. Is that what you call it, a high sex drive?
Yes.
And, is that normal? I mean, how often do you have sex?
Well, that's not really relevant. We're talking about you.
Yeah, I know, but, I'm just interested. How often do you?
Well, a day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't really like to keep track because it varies so much.
I suppose a lot of people would say that I'm actually very lucky.
Yes, I think they probably would.
And with a problem like this, not going to get a great deal of sympathy.
No, you're not.
I mean, when you're in conflict with someone, I think, the important thing is to try and see it from the other person's point of view. Look at it through their eyes.
Well, I don't think anybody would argue with that.
No.
No, the world would be a much happier place, wouldn't it, if we could see it through each other's eyes.
Yeah, well, that's what I've always tried to do.
Yeah.
But strangely, recently, I've found, right, that I've actually got the ability to enter into other people's minds.
Really?
Occupy their minds.
Do you?
What do you reckon to that, then?
Neat.
Yeah, I'm like a squatter, I can just squat in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to tell the truth, Peter, I was shocked, right, at how easy it actually is to get in there.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you actually do?
Oh, okay. I mean, I've never actually shown anyone this before.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah. I won't tell anyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Ooh. All right.
I mean, I wasn't actually doing it then, I was just showing you.
Right. Yes.
I'm not like inside your mind now.
Good. Yeah. So do you do this often?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Right. When was the last time you did it?
On the way here today.
This morning?
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, I saw this road sweeper,
Yeah.
sweeping the roads, and I thought, I wonder what it's like, to be him.
Yeah, well, you do, don't you?
Yeah, so I thought, well, in, out, quick, no one will know, So I,
Yeah.
and I was in there, inside him, looking at the world through his eyes.
Yeah, what was it like?
Not much, really.
No.
Broom, fag, broom, pavement, broom, crisp packet, broom, fag, dull,
Yes,
Not a
yes.
lot going on.
No.
And I found myself wondering, is he just stupid, right? Or is that my middle-class preconception about someone doing a mundane, menial job, So I thought, well, I'll have a little look around,
Yeah.
And do you know what I found?
No.
He was happy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how stupid he was. I left him with a little thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, seize control of the means of production.
Oh,
yeah, I was only being playful. I think it was probably lost on him, actually.
Right, yeah.
But I had to get out quick.
Why?
Well, I felt a sneeze coming on.
Is that bad?
That can be highly dangerous.
What? How?
Well, you imagine, right, if I was in your mind, right, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're pottering around thinking about, I don't know, toast. Ooh, lovely bit of toast. That's it!
Oh, so, yeah, you could give someone a heart attack, couldn't you? Yes.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Well, what we learned from this, Michael, is that when we've invaded somebody's mind, we have to behave like a responsible adult.
Yes. Well, I do have a strict code of conduct.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, I took a vow a long time ago only to use my powers for good.
Good.
My mantra is leave a mind like a toilet.
What?
Exactly how I found it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
It saps my self-confidence tremendously, and I'm frightened to open my mouth in case some load of old slap comes out and I come across as some sort of cletin.
Some sort of...
Pardon?
I didn't quite catch what...
Cletin.
Oh, right, yes.
Yes, and I don't wish to be regarded as such.
No, of course not.
No, one ends up feeling ridiculous. And actually, it's just that I can't pronounce certain letters properly. But there you are, you see, I said properly, and of course it should be properly. No, I can't get it.
I wonder
Yes?
whether perhaps
Yes?
a speech therapist
Yes?
might be more help.
Pardon?
A speech therapist?
No, I've tried that. I suspect that there's nothing architecturally wrong with my mouth. structurally speaking, I consider that this disability, and it is a disability, is a direct result of emotional trauma I received as a young boy.
I see.
Pardon?
I see.
Yes, because whilst at boarding school, between the ages of 8 and 16, I was buggered more or less relentlessly. I mean, friends of mine say to me, Clement, it never did me any harm, but I remain convinced that being anally penetrated by larger boys on a more or less daily basis has had a catastrophic effect on me.
Yes.
And particularly on my pronunciation.
You wouldn't think, would
Yes.
you, that something that happens to one part of
Yes.
your body can affect another
Yes.
completely different part of your body? But,
Yes.
But trauma
Yes.
often manifests itself
Yes.
in quite bizarre and unpredictable ways.
Pardon?
It's annoying.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
God, yes. I mean, but what intrigues me is that something that happens to one part of the body can affect a completely different part.
Yes,
Do you see?
that is what I said.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Right.
Can I say something?
Yes, of course.
Coming here week after week is very helpful.
Good.
Since the judge, in her wisdom, is making me come here, I've not raised my hand to no one, especially my wife.
It's good.
That's good, yeah, because in the past, when my daughter is doing something bad, right, I hit my wife. Because it's the natural thing to do, right? But now, when my daughter is doing something to make me angry and I can't lash out no more, I'm like a lost snail in the night.
What?
A snail with a shell, you know, is that right?
Right.
Because when my daughter is doing something bad, right, and I can't, you know, I feel like a volcano that's about to disrupt, you know, and I'm really going to go off on one.
When you say that she does bad things, what could you be any more?
Well, you know, first it was this rap music, you know, with all this effing and shooting guns and swearing, and then it was fucking putting pink or purple in her hair, looking like some kind of prostitute, you know. God, take my side, that's a terrible thing to say. But she looked like one, you know, a horrid, slutty slug. God, take my side again, right?
Yeah.
Because you know what's happening with her now?
No,
Guess.
I don't know.
Go on, have a guess.
Well, I mean, is she pregnant?
Pregnant? Pregnant?
Okay, she's not pregnant.
She bloody well better not be, right? Because if I find out that she's off the duff, I will beat her to within an inch of her skin.
Yeah, that's the.
I won't lay a finger on her because she's my little girl, right? But her mother might get a little smack. God cut my hands off at the wrist if I lay a finger on my wife.
Yeah, yes, but your daughter has some sort of problem
Yeah,
with
because now, right, she wants to get pissed.
Right, and she's how old?
She's 15.
Well, legally she can't drink till she's 18.
What are you talking about?
Were you saying she wants to get pissed?
No, pissed. Pierced. You don't listen probably, do you? Listen to my voice, right? She wants to get pierced.
Right.
But guess where? Guess where she wants to get pierced?
Her tongue,
No.
her belly button,
No.
her clitoris.
No, in Hounslow.
Right, I thought you meant.
No. She wants to go to Hounslow and have a piece of metal put through her eyebrow.
Right. Well,
So you tell me, doctor, what is happening? What is happening to the young people? Just tell me. Give it to Mr. A.
Yeah, adolescence is a
Yeah,
very
I'm listening.
good. Adolescence is a very complicated time
No.
for everybody. It's a period of change where the child separates from the parent and searches.
No. Listen, I'll tell you what's happening, all right?
Fair enough.
Okay. Once I was a boy, right?
Right.
I did what my father told me, then I was a man. Why about that is difficult to understand.
Nothing.
And if my wife can see that, she's going to get a little kick. It's bound to happen. God cut my foot off at the ankle if I raise a foot to my wife, right? Or if I headbutt her. God chopped my head off at the neck, right? Crikey. I'm having a very rough old session here today, you know, because since I come in here, I've lost my eyeballs, right? I've shot my hands off, I've lost my place of mid-feet, and now I've had my head chopped off. I mean, this is no therapy, right? It's bloody carnage. How am I doing?
Fantastic. Come in. Hello.
This is Gary.
How do you do? I'm Peter Strong.
I know.
Oh, Gary Cobden, hello.
Goodbye. Is she great?
I don't know.
Rebecca.
I didn't really notice.
No, of course you didn't know.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice room. Yeah. Nice little setup as it goes, yeah. Oh, these are, do you collect these in, do you? I mean, what are they?
Well, they're eggs, obviously.
Yeah, no, I know that. I mean, I just thought that, well, like part of me wondered, are they, you know, like some kind of, like a metaphor?
A metaphor?
Yeah, for your patients, customers, or what do you call them, clients, I don't know, what am I?
Well, that's a very good opening question.
Oh yeah, very good, yeah.
So, would you like to sit down?
Yeah, I see now why you do what you do.
You can't sit there.
Why not?
Because it's my chair.
With all your chairs.
Nobody sits in that chair.
Why?
Because it's mine.
It's mine. How old are you?
Please get up.
Make me. Nah, I'm only having a laugh at you, mate. Where are we sitting? Over here? Ooh, have a little lie down. Have a kick. Nice. So, everything all right?
Yes. What I usually, how I like.
Yeah, I just want to say, right, before we actually. Yeah, but before that.
No, but before that, I want to tell you how I work. The session is 50 minutes long.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, is that it?
No, and it will be the same time every week.
Yep.
If you're late.
Yep.
Right, we don't just do a short session.
Fair enough.
We meet again the week after.
Next week, yeah.
But you still get charged.
Whatever.
Okay. Now the other thing that I absolutely insist on.
My niece does that.
Right.
Loser, loner, whatever, minger.
Right. The other thing that I.
She's 86.
Gosh, really. The other thing I absolutely insist on is that you keep a journal and you write something in it, every night. And
Right. I better explain to you why I'm here, right? Yeah, is that all right, or is it too early?
No.
Right. Okay. My wife.
Yeah.
Well, she's the reason I'm here.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Do you? Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think so.
You know what I mean, yeah?
Yes. Your wife is the reason why you're here.
She's fucking driven me here.
How?
In the car. She'll be outside now. I'll guarantee she's like a bleeding vulture. Yeah, she is and all. In the Audi. Oh, she's picking her nose. Quick, come and have a look. Quick.
No, I won't, thanks, if that's all right.
Oh, it's too late. She stops. Never mind. Anyway, we've been going through a little bit of a rough patch recently. And she said if I didn't get help that she would leave me, right? Now, my only worry is that she won't be able to handle that old messy splitting up business. I mean, I think she would go to pieces, right? I mean, if we got divorced, she would have a nervous breakdown. And yes. No, but seriously, I mean, I wouldn't want that to happen, right? So I've agreed to come here for an hour every week until she feels better. But recently, I've been getting slightly concerned, that my, code of ethics is slipping.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I mean, after all, the temptation is enormous.
Oh, right. Is it like an addiction?
Well, yes. I mean, the other day, I went into the post office, there was this little old lady, and I was like, oh no,
Yes.
I thought, I couldn't stop myself.
You had to
Suddenly, and I was in there.
You had to do it.
Yeah, and do you know what I did?
What?
I made her break wind.
Oh, dear.
I ridiculed her publicly.
That's a shame.
I mean, hand on heart, I made her fart, and it wasn't just a little squeaker.
No.
Like that. I mean, fucking hell, man. It was like a trombone, Nah, see, you're laughing. It's very juvenile.
No, but it is very funny.
Yeah, I know. But my question to you is,
Yes.
Is that the action of a responsible mind invader? I think not.
Michael, I'm going to be completely frank with you.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think that you invade people's minds at all.
No, you're right, I don't.
You don't, do you?
No, I was just mucking about.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
No, tell you the truth, I have absolutely no idea what makes other people tick.
No. To tell you the truth, neither have I.
Really?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah?
Over the years, have you done a lot of drugs?
Absolutely loads.
You're out of touch, my baby, my poor old-fashioned baby. I said, baby, 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 you're out of time. Baby, 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 you're
Hello,
out
Peter.
of time.
Are you free?
Yes, Monty, yes, come in.
Right, because I'm always slightly concerned that I'm going to intrude on someone else's session.
No, you're all right.
Right. Tell me, did I just hear some singing?
No.
Oh. I think there's some kind of demonstration today because the traffic on the A406 at Brent Cross was absolutely diabolical. You know, I actually rang Nicky Campbell on 5 Live to let them know. And you know, they were quite rude. They said, this is a debate about obesity. I said, fair enough, the traffic's dreadful, I'm going to pull over and have a donut. Now, I know what you're thinking. Old Monty, he can't stop talking, you know, he's avoiding the issues.
So how is Rose?
Well, much the same, really, you know. No improvement, but no worse, thank goodness.
Still, it can't be easy.
Well, whoever said it was going to be easy, eh, Peter? I know that I'm not lounging by the pool with my feet up, having, tea brought to me by lovely dolly birds, you know. No, I'm an old Jew with bad knees, you know, whose wife is tragically a shadow of her former self, driving a cab that's seen better days, you know. I mean, it's not a bed of roses, but it could be worse.
Yeah. Sorry, how?
Well, obviously, you know, Alzheimer's and double incontinence are no laughing matters, you know, and the fact that she doesn't recognise me or her own daughter, well, you know, to be honest, it's upsetting. But I have to tell you that when I'm there, changing her, you know, and I look at her, do you know what I see? I still see that beautiful girl with a big straw hat, you know, wheeling her bicycle along the River Lee, you know, just like the first day I set eyes on her. Because I was a keen rower in those days, and I used to scull along the old River Lee every other day. I remember my mother used to say to me, Monty was all the rowing, you know. I mean, she was very Jewish, my mother, you know. Monty was all the rowing, you'll have arms like a fiddler crab, you see. But, I mean, she's the person that I think of if ever I start to feel sorry for myself. It's my mother, you know, because however irksome my life may be compared to hers, I mean, it's absolute paradise, you know. I mean, the things that she saw, I mean, you know. Oh, it got to her in the end, you know, and I mean, she went quite mad.
What, clinically mad?
Oh, yes, I mean, she attacked my little brother. I mean, she didn't know what she was doing, you know. I mean, she thought he was a tiger, would you believe? I mean, he wasn't. Of course, he was a little fat schoolboy. I mean, they had to take her away, you know. In the end, I couldn't look after her, no, and I had my hands full with him. I mean, he wasn't a tiger, but he was a terror.
So, really, you've been a carer all your life, haven't you? You know, your mother, your little brother, your daughter, and now Rose.
This word, carer, it's a new word, isn't it?
You wouldn't describe yourself as a carer?
No, I would describe myself as a husband.
Right.
And a son.
Right.
And a father.
So if the local authorities weren't paying for you to come here as part of your carer's benefits, I suppose you wouldn't need to show up here at all?
Well, maybe not, you know. But if it hadn't been for all that bother, well, then I wouldn't have had the pleasure of meeting you, Peter, and enjoying, you know, our wonderful friendship, you know. So, yes, you see, so every cloud, you know.
Well, that's terribly kind of you, and I also...
Oh, that reminds me, actually, you know, Rose did a very funny thing the other day, and I remember thinking, I must tell Peter. You know, we've got this photo of the two of us on the mantelpiece at home from when we were on holiday in Norway back in 1980. It was a cruise that our daughter had paid for, and I was dusting this picture of the two of us, you know, standing by the ship's rail, and Rose came over and she had a good look at it and she said, "Who are they?" I said, "Don't you know, dear?" She said, "No, but I'll tell you something. They're very much in love." I said, "Yes, dear, I do believe they are." So, you see, you know, it's not all doom and gloom.
Right.
Yes, and, you know, when I leave here and drive home, you know, I'm buoyed by that thought.
Well, I don't know how you do it.
Well, I turn right into Southwark Bridge Road, second left into Union Road. That brings me out opposite the Houses of Parliament, round Dolphin Square, and I know a cute little shortcut that squirts me out the other side of Hendon.
But you live in Barnet?
Yes, but it's a lovely shortcut.
Right.
It's a sort of victory, you know, Peter.
Can I just stop you there for a second? Thank you.
That's barking mad, and I am not barking mad.
Sorry, let me just see if I've got this straight. You don't want therapy.
No.
And what you're proposing is that you pay me so that you can come and sit here every week while your wife is outside, so she thinks that you're in here getting some help.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless you've got a back door.
What?
I can nick down a pub.
No.
Yeah, we could both go.
No, I can't get in.
Nah, I'll just sit here and read the paper. I mean, you must be sick of people banging on about themselves.
Well,
Look, what we're beginning to realise is that this is a dream scenario for all of us. I mean, you're getting some dosh out of it, right? I get 50 minutes away from that, right? And she's happy because I'm in here with you. And you, for once in a day, you don't have to sit here and listen to some sad failure talking about his mother. It's nice, isn't it? Was it, boss?
do you want to talk about your mother?
No, I thought we'd sorted that.
You don't like talking about your mother?
I don't mind. Talk about it if you like, right? Or not. I don't care. She's my mum. She's a nice old lady. She lives in Southgate. So what do you want to do?
You put me in quite a difficult position because you're paying me, and so I am under a kind of moral obligation to provide some sort of service. And if I don't do that, then I don't know quite how I'd square that with my conscience.
Well, give me the money back then.
No.
How are you trying to help?
Yeah, but I think you'll find I'm supposed to be helping you. See, that's the point.
Well, go on then, help me. Sorry, I got a bit lost there. What was I talking about?
You were talking about your daughter.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Some of the friends that she's mixing with, right? There's black.
Right.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm not saying nothing about that, right? Because some of them is white, right? But some of them is black.
Yeah.
Obviously, being black is not their fault, right? Because we live in a racialist society, right? But my question to you, right, is why is my daughter behaving like a crazy person?
As a psychotherapist, I don't really like to use the word crazy.
What? That's like a butcher not wanting to use the word pork.
No, it's not really.
Or sausages.
No, it's not really.
All right, what are you saying then? That she's bad? That she's a bad girl?
Yeah, bad is another word I don't really feel comfortable using.
What bloody words do you like to use?
Well, in the construct of the parent-child relationship,
I wish I had us now.
one of the most important things is communication.
All right, I know this. I mean, I communicate with her all the time.
Good. What sort of things do you say to her?
I tell her to shut up, right? Because I don't want to have to take my belt off, right? And you know why?
Yes, I do, yes.
Because I will never hurt my little girl, right?
It seems to me...
And also because my trousers fall down.
Yes, it
I'm
seems-
joking with you there.
It seems to me...
Yes.
Yes. It seems to me that you and your daughter are living in two completely different versions of reality. I mean, in fact, two completely different versions of England, really. I mean, your idea of England seems to be something you sort of botched together from films and bits of second-hand information that you, frankly, don't seem to have understood terribly well. Whereas your daughter's idea of England is probably a little bit closer to the truth, a diverse, multi-ethnic society which many people feel is enriched by its diversity.
You don't believe that? Most of them is a lot of scroungers, especially the asylum seekers, the new ones, the new seekers coming over here taking the Mickey piss.
No, I'm sorry, I can't subscribe to that.
It's true. You can't say that. You are afraid to say it. But I will say it, right? They are scroungers.
No, ironically,
Most of them don't even speak English.
ironically, the very thing you're complaining about, you're one of the beneficiaries of it.
What fisheries?
Beneficiaries. Okay?
Is that like a roll mop?
Yeah.
Round and round and very rock and very lovely.
That's much better.
Oh, it's
It's much better.
round and round and very long and very no.
But try red leather, yellow leather.
Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
Bit faster.
Red leather, yellow leather. No, I can't.
It's
No,
a
I can't.
vast improvement.
Really?
She sells seashells by the seashore.
That's it.
No, say it.
Oh, Seashells, dial seesaw. Seashells, dial seesaw. Yeah,
Well, it's not a phrase that's probably going to crop up very often in conversation.
I bloody well hope not.
So, I mean, I don't know, how does it work? I mean, have you got some paperwork you need to get onto? I mean, you must do a lot of paperwork. I mean, what happens? People come in here, they sit down, they talk to you, you have to remember it all.
Well-
I mean, do you take notes?
So,
I'll tell you what, why don't we pretend, right, that I'm a client?
you are a client.
No, I mean a real one, you know, needs help.
Right.
Hold up.
Gary,
Right, you be the therapist, I'll be the patient.
I am the therapist. Gary, come in.
Doctor, I don't know much about psychiatry, but I've got the hunch.
Hang on, I've got a better one.
Come in.
Doctor, I think I'm a moth.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did he come in 'cause your light was on?
Okay, Gary, this isn't a joke.
No,
I've got no objection to psychodrama, but if you're going to play that game, at least keep it real.
Right, good point.
So,
Okay. Help me! Help me!
Get off, Gary. Get off.
Are you having a laugh with you? I'll go out again.
Gary, this really isn't working for me.
She's nice, isn't she? Your secretary.
Sorry?
You sort her out sometimes.
Hey, let me just explain
Oh, you
something
do
about this room. There's no room in this room for cowards, okay? The people that come in here and do this have a courage you can't even imagine, because all you've got is front. And in here, front doesn't mean shit. You come in here with, I don't need therapy. Why don't you get on with some paperwork? Because all we've seen so far is your neurotic, juvenile little routines. Who are you really, Gary? Who the fuck are you? Do you know? What goes on behind that amusing mask that you wear? Or are you scared to look? Because it might be nothing.
I don't know. Fucking shit coming, you know. It's relentless, so I don't know. I mean, how do people know how to do anything? I don't know.
That's all we've got time for today.
What?
Your hour's up. Very sorry.
Let's get my jacket. Very good.
Thank you.
I'll see you next week. You are good.